Alright, so welcome to the next video on the channel. This one's going to be a little bit more informal than the last two. I feel like I want to kind of do a mixture of everything. I'm not necessarily sure where I want the channel to go yet, so I'm going to try to roll it back to a more OG style vlog like we were doing back in, say, June. So yeah, actually tomorrow we're going to be going to a couple different stores and just hanging out, and then Sunday we've got a couple other things to do as well. But I'm also going to roll this into talking about the gear I use to shoot these videos and why I like some of the things, but also why in the last video I mentioned the need for maybe an upgrade specifically to the camera that's shooting this video right now. So let's dive a little bit deeper into why I need to change this camera, and we'll talk about that tomorrow morning before we go out on our little vlog, because I think I'm gonna switch to my other camera for that, because I use two different ones for different things, yada yada yada. Let's go buy some manga. Okay, and welcome to the next day. So today, Carly and I are headed out to a little town called Bellevue. It's outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've been wanting to go to this place called the Secret Manga Shop for a while. As you can tell, I love anime and manga. I'm kind of been hunting for this series that's called The Elusive Samurai. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, but the anime started and I watched a little bit of it this morning. I really like it, so I want to give it a chance. I want to see if I can at least find volume 1. So that's kind of what we're doing today. But to go with the theme of last night, before we head off and start doing the vlog, I also kind of wanted to chat about just the cameras and the equipment I use, because I think that's important. And especially because I've been starting to talk about my equipment kind of hindering my growth. I think I just want to show you what I use and show you why I'm in the need of new equipment. So let me go get one of the cameras and then we can talk about just why I want to change. So I feel like I really started defining my kit for these vlogs when I started making the video about my birthday. That's when I solidified using this camera for vlogging, and I kind of solidified my other camera for my home shots. And there's a reason I'm using my vlog camera for more of my home shots now, and I'll just show you. So this camera that I'm holding is a Canon 80D. It's a pretty old camera, came out a while ago, and while it has fantastic face autofocus, it takes really nice photos, and honestly the quality of video that comes out of this thing is also really nice. There are a few limitations that I have with this camera. The biggest one being the fact that I can't shoot in any form of a flat picture profile, so like I can't even really learn how to color grade using this camera. And it's also maxed out at 1080p 60, and while I kind of get around that by doing some things, I want the crispy feeling of using a full 4K camera. And that's kind of where this camera comes into play. And we'll talk a little bit about the things I like and dislike about this camera later as well. But to just be honest, this is the Lumix G100, which is a smaller form factor micro four thirds camera that I bought for travel photography and videography that has just kind of become the camera I use for a lot of my vlog stuff because it has in-body stabilization. It's really sharp. It comes with 4K. It has flat picture profiles that allow me to do a few things that my Canon just can't. So that's basically been my kit for the last, I would say, month and a half. I've really only been using these two cameras. And so, as you can tell behind me, these are all of my other camera bodies. I have a lot of film camera equipment. I have another Lumix, my G7 that we've used on the channel before, and a bunch of other things, to be honest. But the way that I kind of look at it, or the way that I see it, is that I'm not getting the quality that I want. Am I peaking really bad? I'm not getting the quality that I want out of the equipment that I have. And I have some problems with this camera. And like I said, I'll talk about it a little bit later. Maybe we'll go a little bit more in depth with my actual gear at a later time. But I feel kind of limited because while I can create all of these videos, my main camera, the 80D, is like this beast, chonky, huge, heavy camera. The lens that I usually use has really, really loud autofocus. It doesn't really allow me to take that out. And the biggest problem I have is that really none of my cameras are good in low light, which means I get kind of stuck using cameras. Well, as soon as the sun starts to go down, I can't really shoot unless I have a lot of supplemental light. And while I use supplemental light all the time anyways, it would be nice if I could just go sit down somewhere and turn on a lamp and that be okay. I don't always want to have to set up a softbox whenever I'm vlogging because it feels really inauthentic sometimes, to move around. And for this shot right here, I had to turn on my softbox over there because I wanted to make sure I had a little bit more light on me because I'm backlit at the moment because of this window. I also want to talk about the gear that I'm planning on getting at the end of this video because I think it's important to just discuss where I'm going forward. I don't know when that's going to happen. So I've just been trying to make this gear work. If by any chance you do kind of want to know about these other cameras or the other gear I use, like my computer or my microphones or all my lenses and that kind of stuff, I'll go a little bit in depth later about my lenses and those things. But for audio gear and stuff, I probably won't touch that in this video. So if you are curious, I can absolutely cover that as well in another video. But this is also going to be a video about my creative process and how I use the gear I own to make the videos that you see here on YouTube and even the shorts that I've started to create. So let's head down to the wonderful Bellevue. Carly wants to get some coffee as per usual. And then we're going to head over to the secret manga shop and just see what we can find. Like I said, I'm kind of searching for the Elusive Samurai. Or really any of the series that I'm collecting. If I can find a one-off book that I need, I might pick it up. I might just look around, who knows. So let's head off. So one of the reasons I use this camera, at least why me and Carly like this camera, is because there's no microphone on it right now. We're just using the internal microphone because it has a AI 360 camera. So that's one of the reasons why we've been bringing this around to vlog, because it makes for a really easy and small kind of package. Off to the store we go. It's so hot.
I'ma do it anyway. I'ma chew this. You will let go of the break.
Alright, so one of the downbacks. Okay, before this, Carly just shared this. But look, it's pouring down rain.
I didn't bring my raincoat.
So one of the things I don't like about this camera is that I wanted to shoot in 4K today, but the 4K is like cropped in. So I'll switch back to 1080p now so you can see like how much the crop is, because it's a lot. Wow, is it raining? The crop is much worse than I wish it was. So now we switch back to 1080p and you can tell the crop factor is pretty big for the 4K. But we did make it to the manga shop. Me and Carly are just sequestered in the car. You can probably hear the rain. It is like pouring. But going into this manga shop, I'm gonna use my phone for all the footage because it's another tool. I want to use it. I don't want to bring a camera in there. I've never been in there before, so I'm not going to bring a camera with me today. So I don't know how long me and Carly will be waiting to go in here, but it might be a while. So I did the thumbs up today. So we had to go through the rain, but this store is incredible. We've only been in the first room so far. I haven't even looked at the manga yet, so wish me and Carly luck because we're trying not to spend a lot of money, and I think it's gonna be hard. Alright, well, now me and Carly are going off to a Half Price Books that I think I've been to one time and she's never been to. Since we're in the area, I figured we would go somewhere else. Sorry if that's really loud.
Just got blasted.
And we'll see, we'll talk about the manga when we get home and the rest of the stuff. It's too much to talk about now. Me and Carly are also getting thirsty.
Sorry.
See you at Half Price Books. I was, but I switched it to 4K. Alright, we're done at Half Price Books. I got Carly a little present today for being the wonderful girlfriend that she is. We're gonna go get a little bit of food and then back home. We'll talk about the manga and the cameras and the stuff. See you soon. Carly's in charge of B-roll as per usual.
B-roll queen.
Carly got Auntie Anne's as a snack.
I'm struggling.
Wait, I'll do it again with this camera on now. Okay. Carly and I got our food. As you saw, Auntie Anne's. Now it's time to go home because I feel like every time we go out and do one of these vlogs, it's like a million freaking degrees outside, and it's so humid because of all the rain. We gotta stop at Walmart and get some trash bags, and then it's home to the kids because it's almost time for Peanut to eat. The kids. Carly's the B-roll queen. Yes. That's per usual. So, I am actually, well, first off, welcome to the second day, or Sunday, August 4th. As you can see, watching my main man Totski, working on some stuff for this video. I already started editing a lot of this stuff. But today me and Carly are going out and we are getting our photos taken by one of our friends. Her name is also Carly. I'm gonna bring you guys along for that later, but I wanted to kind of talk about this camera, which used to be mounted up at my desk, and it might actually go back there. I haven't decided yet what I want to do, but I'm shooting this on my Sony a6000. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but I really want to get into the Sony world, so I thought I would pull this camera down, mess with the menus, mess with the camera, give it a try, see if I liked it, and I do really like it. The intro of this video was actually also shot on this camera, and with like manual film lenses and a couple of things. This is the kit lens that I'm shooting with now because I wanted autofocus. But there are a few things about this camera that I don't like as well that are kind of keeping me from using it for vlogging or videos in general. One of those things is the fact that the camera itself doesn't have a flip out screen, so I don't really know what I look like right now. I'm just hoping that I'm in the middle of the frame. I had to do like a test recording, see where my body was, make sure I sat. I don't really, after using my ADD, even the Lumix, any camera I've used for this stuff, I basically only use flip out screen cameras because I hate not knowing what the shot looks like. The other thing I don't like is the fact that I have to use my phone to record because, okay, so if you see this thing on the bottom of my camera, of my phone rather, it's actually the receiver for my wireless microphone. And the reason I'm using my phone for this is because the a6000 doesn't have a mic input, and one of my other cameras doesn't have a mic input either, but it makes it kind of difficult because I like using external microphones a lot actually for my videos, whether that be like a shotgun mic or these wireless lavs or really anything. And it means that I have to have a separate audio source and then sync up in post, and it's not perfect. Now, the actual video quality and the photo quality from this camera is freaking phenomenal. 24 megapixels, it's a great camera. It was my first mirrorless camera. I attribute this camera a lot to keeping my love for photo and video alive after I left college. But specifically for this video, I thought it would be so fun to break down this Sony and just use it for some stuff. Probably just more shots around the house. And then obviously me and Carly are gonna go out and get our photos taken later, but this morning's just gonna be editing, chores, hanging out, cleaning, you know, the same old, same old. I've been trying to find my own flair for YouTube videos, so I've been messing around with a bunch of different stuff as well, so I don't know, but let's go. It's so tight.
And then can you like sit on his butt in this way? That's perfect. That's so good. Tanner, just look at the ground.
So first things first, before we actually get into this recording, everybody say hi to Carly. You can see her face right there. Yeah, you can, yes. Carly asked if we could see her wave. And yes, we can. So, it's actually been a little while since I recorded anything for this vlog. I got pretty sick this past weekend, so I had to spend a couple of days kind of just vegging out and trying to feel better, and I do still have a pretty bad cough, but I feel a lot better, and I feel like the last couple of days I've spent reflecting on where this video is going. It kind of means a lot to the ending of this video. I told you, the cough is really bad. I spent a little bit of time with my Lumix G100 over this past weekend shooting a few things, and I do love this camera. I think it's actually phenomenal for the size, for what you get, but again, I didn't buy this to be my video camera. I bought this to be my small everyday carry photo camera because I was looking for something that wasn't my phone, that wasn't that big, that I could carry around with me. But then I started thinking, well, I mean, like, I have my Sony a6000, the Canon G7X. I mean, like, there's all these cameras that I have around, and I might as well just use them. You know, I'm putting arbitrary titles on some of these cameras, and while yes, I want to start shooting more 4K and I want to start shooting X, Y, and Z, I think at the end of the day, gear doesn't make the videos better. My ideas make the videos better, but then at the same time, gear can push me to be more creative, especially if I get something new and it excites me. So I feel like I'm at a crossroads at the moment because I'm not necessarily sure if gear is something that I should be striving for, or if it's something that I should let go entirely and just do whatever. I feel like I'm 50-50 because I love tech, but I also feel like sometimes the gear I use is holding me back creatively because I rely on it too much, if that makes sense. Right before I got sick this last weekend, I finally got a chance to take my G100 out and shoot some vlog, and while it's not perfect and I'm not really that good at color grading yet, I wanted to share my first kind of iteration here with you today. Okay, so I know normally I have been recording this final segment of the videos outside or doing like a full body, got a lot of greenery, you know the normal thing I've been doing, at least for the last 2 videos. But because I got sick and because I've been super busy, I haven't had a whole lot of time to get myself prepared for this. So I decided I would just do it in my office because today, the day I'm shooting this, I'm also going to be starting the next video. So I have to hurry up because this battery also only has like 16% because I am bad at remembering to charge things. So I have been super reflective about my gear and what I've been using and what I need to make good videos. And if we're being completely honest with ourselves, I think those ideas and things are always going to change. I don't necessarily think I need the best gear on the market to make the videos or the content that I want, but I also know that I needed something new to spark that exciting part of my brain that says, oh, you got new gear, you should go create, you should go make some cool stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at with this camera, funny enough, where I feel like it strikes a good balance between exciting to create again and something that feels still fairly new. Today, the day I'm recording this, it is Saturday, August 17th. So I'm guessing, at least from the day that I'm recording this, that I have, let me look, the day from recording this, from the 17th, I have a week and like 3 days until I start thesis. And so I think being introspective about my gear is something really important right now because I'm about to go and start this big project and I have all these cameras, but I don't know how I'm gonna use them or what I'm gonna do. So I think being introspective in the way that I am has been very freeing for me because I've had a chance to use a lot of the gear that I probably haven't used in years. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for the support on the video so far. The next one should be coming out pretty soon. I would like to release one more video before I go back to school, which is gonna have to be the weekend of the 24th, the final weekend. I might do something like the last week of my summer vacation or whatever. I haven't decided yet, but if you're excited for that video, make sure you hit the like button. And remember, I'm bringing you along for this whole college journey, walking you through the steps of my projects, what I'm working on. This is gonna kind of be like a behind the scenes of everything I'm doing for school. So if you want to come along on that journey, that's going to be wonderful. I'm super excited about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
Do you ever get sick?
And now we get to start the next video.